I had an entirely different video already started to film, and then I decided there was an urgent matter I needed to tend to first. It's that right behind me. And I simply could not wait any longer. So today we're going to do some decluttering. Yes, we are. For my sanity. That's what this is for. Incidentally, you get to watch it too because I'm a YouTuber and I'm going to make a video about just about anything I'm doing. But this is not for you. This is for me. So let's go. Remember during Vlogmas when I took 3 of the fishbowl tickets out of the fishbowl and I said, I'm going to do these after Christmas because they're all upstairs and people are coming over for the holidays and I need to get the downstairs done first. It's more important. Well, it's now the beginning of February and I have not done those 3 fishbowl tickets yet, and they're reaching catastrophic levels. So the 3 tickets were my kid's desk upstairs in the landing area between the 2 bedrooms, the medicine cupboard, as well as the cupboard below it, which has backstock of toiletries and a few towels and things like that, and my clothing. Yes, we're going to declutter my closet and my dresser once again, because I've already done that on this channel once before, but it's been like a couple years now and I'm definitely due for a closet refresh. So for continuity purposes, I would love to draw these things out of the fishbowl for you. However, there's only 3 things. Do I really need to set up an entire fishbowl just to pick which of the 3 things I'm going to start with? Frankly, no. I'm gonna start with the kid's desk. Sorry, this is my microphone. It probably sounds horrible when I do this. I'm gonna start with their desk because I can't take it anymore. My children deserve better than this, and they have nowhere to do their homework, so they've been doing it downstairs and leaving messes down in my beautiful, clean house. It truly has been staying very clean, and I want them to do it up here because this is the point of this table being here, is for them to do their homework up here. So fishbowl be damned. I'm gonna do it in whatever order I feel like doing it, which happens to be starting with the desk. Plus, it's the thing that you see up here the most. Inside the cupboards, it's kind of like, eh. Inside my closet, it's like, eh. But this is an eyesore. So this is where we're going to start. Truth be told, this area has been non-functional for a very long time, many months. Anytime I was cleaning up downstairs and I found something that belonged to the kids that was even remotely school or art related, I just dumped it on this table. There are even the travel drawing trays that we used on our road trip last summer. School pictures have ended up here. Every single kind of arts and crafts supply. There's a computer buried in here somewhere. So this is just a mess. But a lot of it is paper. The vast majority of it is schoolwork and school papers and art projects and things like that. So I'm hoping it won't be incredibly hard to go through it all. There should be a lot of trash, which is always a good place to start when you're looking at something kind of overwhelming like this. The method to my madness for tackling something like this is to dismantle it first. I'm going to sort of take it all apart because it's a mountain and there are multiple layers to all of this. So as I dig through it, I'm sort of sorting things. Anything that's obvious trash, I'm putting directly into the trash can. I'm just making piles around me on the floor. Things like books, school projects that I think we're going to keep, or I at least want the kids to look at. Once I get the big boxes and the big bulky things, I'm just taking them off the desk. I'm trying to get down to the surface layer of the actual desk itself, and then I can start organizing things a little bit easier when I have a surface to work on. So the first step for me is to just clear everything off, make some piles around me in my immediate area, and start putting like things together. So even as I get a little corner of this table cleared off, I will start putting all of the crayons in a pile, all of the pencils in a pile. As I dig through the layers on the rest of the desk, it becomes a little bit simpler for me to just group like things together, but also as I'm going through it, trash goes directly into the trash. There's just no even time to contemplate or think about it. The amount of weird things that I found as I was digging through this, there's a lot of little like knick-knack toy things, like think the little throwaway toys that come in Valentine's, for example. Those types of things are the bane of my existence. Whenever there's like a kid birthday at school or Valentine's Day or anything like that, and they get the little goodie bags filled with plastic, mass-produced, disposable, made in China, absolute crap, that drives me nuts. And of course, they're so special to the kids. Everything is a little treasure, and it's literal like pieces of plastic everywhere. So there was a lot of that stuff just thrown up here, and thankfully the kids have forgotten that it even existed, so a lot of it ended up right into the trash. As you can see, I also found things like dirty socks and beanies and like actual clothing and things like that. So I think the cat had something to do with the dirty sock, to be honest with you. We have a sock thief cat in our home, and underneath the desk is one of the areas he likes to hang out. So I think that was probably his responsibility there. But all the little weird things that I found that belonged to the kids, some of them went straight into the trash if it was just obvious junk that they're not going to remember or care about. But the rest of it I set aside either in that banker box or a little plastic Tupperware type box that I had. And we will sort through all of that together in the future. For now, I'm worried mostly about getting the desk functional again. So there's just a lot of throwing away, and any toy or little trinket decision making, I'm okay with saving that for later. And it will go into my kids' room until I have the time and the mental capacity to sort through that with them, because I don't like just throwing away their stuff. You know, I have said that before, that we do it together. It teaches them how to declutter, and it doesn't betray their trust. They know I'm not going to ever just sweep through their stuff and throw a ton of it away without asking them. Bunch of the little tiny things that they don't even remember exist, fine, but I'm okay with letting them make the decisions on their own things. I think that's respectful to my children and teaches them good lessons. My kids are also 8 and almost 10 years old, so they are certainly capable of making good decisions themselves. They tend to let go of things that I am surprised they're even willing to let go of. So it goes very well for us. If you have much younger children, of course, it could be a completely different story. And you just have to do what you feel right as a parent and what is age appropriate for them. So I have finally reached the actual surface of the table. My next step is to clean it. So I got the cleaning spray. I am washing the actual table. It was very dusty and sticky and messy and gross, as it should be, since it is a kid artist creative space. I'm fine with it getting disgusting. This is a very old table. It's something that's been in my family for a long time, but it's not really precious. It is meant to be a fun, kid crafty space. Here is the entirety of the piles of mess that I have made, which is actually not too bad. It's at least organized and grouped together. So now I'm going to work on the little green cart. This is where I keep the paper and the coloring books and all of the markers, crayons, and colored pencils. So when you have a specific spot to put each item, this part of the cleaning becomes very, very simple. There's a spot for everything, and I've already sorted everything into categories. So now all I have to do is really bop around and put it all away. Some things I have decided need to go downstairs into my office, like the very messy things like clay and glitter and anything like that I wouldn't want to get on my carpet up here. And they very rarely do things like that anyway. This is more for the homework and day-to-day drawing and coloring. So I am keeping all of that separated. So there is a pile of things that needs to go downstairs as well. And I do have a lot of various different little containers for holding things. I found this pencil box that wasn't really being used for anything in particular. So I decided to put all of the actual pencils and erasers and mechanical pencil lead into this so that it makes it easier for them when they're doing their homework, which I was very happy about, because I cannot tell you how many times they went project to start their homework before I cleaned off this desk. And it took very many minutes and struggles and drama to find a pencil, especially one that was sharp or had lead in it. So that solved a big problem. And Brody was very excited the desk was cleaned off, so he immediately started doing his homework on it, which was a great moment. It's so nice to see him get so excited over something that's clean and ready for him to work at. I was not done, however. It is the next day. This project took a little longer than expected, but also I was going through some stuff while I was filming this entire video. It was broken into many different days because I unfortunately had an unexpected and rather urgent root canal that I needed to take care of. Thankfully, I was in no pain. I had no idea that I even needed a root canal. It kind of came out of nowhere. I had just a regular exam and cleaning at the dentist, and they found essentially a gigantic hole in my tooth. So I was not in the best of mood while I was filming a lot of this, hence the reason for so much voiceover in this one, because I kind of just wanted to set up a camera and feel like crap and nurse my mouth. So not a whole lot of talking to the camera. The thing you see me doing right now is going through all of the papers. I had this bin of school supplies and papers and things. This is what we took to my aunt's house when we had to evacuate when there were rats, which I'm not going to talk about anymore, but I never unpacked it. So it had lots of drawing supplies and things, but it also had the kids' end of year schoolwork because we were there when the school year ended last year. So I decided to take everything out that wasn't schoolwork. So this box is now what I am going to be using to store their schoolwork that we may likely want to keep. It needs to be sorted through one more time by the children, and then I will file it away into my permanent filing system that I have in my office. I'm throwing away all of the garbage that resulted from sorting through all of those papers. So that's the second garbage bag to get rid of. There were just a couple more drawing books and coloring books to file away in the bottom of this cart, which works so well, by the way. This little cart for the drawing supplies really helps keep things organized. And then it's just a matter of bringing everything downstairs that doesn't belong up here. Of course, last but not least, I will run the robot vacuum, Dwayne the Robo-Rock Johnson, because for me, that's like putting on the earrings or the necklace to complete your outfit. It's the final touch that makes the space just look perfect. So here is the final before and after. Obviously, it's a massive transformation because it was so bad to begin with. So that's the one good thing about letting something go for so long. You get to see this beautiful transformation at the end. So now we're moving on to our second location. This is the cupboard in the same area of the house, up on the landing next to the bedrooms and the bathroom, across from the desk that we just cleaned off. I call this the medicine cupboard, this upper part, because this is where we keep the medicine, at least on the bottom shelf. The second shelf up is actually cleaning supplies, and the top shelf is a couple big bulky things that aren't very heavy that I don't need very often because I can't really reach them. I'll explain that better once I start organizing it. But for right now, the medicine is really the main problem here. It's gotten really messy and out of control. I haven't gone through it in a long time. So I'm first going to sort through and just throw away anything that's expired or set aside anything that I need to take to the prescription disposal over at our CVS. Thankfully, there weren't too many prescriptions. It was mostly cold medicine and antacids and things like that that had expired, and a bunch of COVID tests, things of that sort. There was also some packages that I got rid of. A lot of times bottles of children's Advil, for example, comes in the plastic bottle, but also inside of a cardboard container on the outside, a cardboard package. So I went through and I took everything out of the exterior packages if I was able to do so. It just makes things fit a little bit better. It makes things a little bit more streamlined. One of these bins I use for first aid. So that's where you see the aloe vera and Vaseline and gauze and tape and stuff like that. We also have a bunch of band-aids because, you know, kids. We go through band-aids like crazy around here. It's just part of having little kids. We need a lot of first aid at the ready. The first container I sorted through had kid medicine. The center container has the first aid, and then the container on the right has the adult medicine. I do like to separate that. So it wasn't too bad. It was just getting really disorganized and needed a little refresh and to toss out the stuff that had gone bad. Other than throwing away stuff that was old or expired or garbage, there was a few things I decided to take downstairs. There was a bottle of vitamins up here for some reason, so I brought that back downstairs to go with the other vitamins where I keep them. There's a bottle of sunscreen, and really we never put sunscreen on upstairs, so I brought it to the downstairs bathroom because that's where we're more likely to look for it and need it. And there was also a bunch of random band-aids, and I just sort of gathered those up, and I decided I will keep those in my car because I am sort of running low on car band-aids. So now I'm moving on to the cleaning supply area. The first bin of cleaning supplies was pretty okay. I was just checking to see if anything was empty. The Clorox wipes had gotten dried out, so I threw that one away. But for the most part, the cleaning supplies were in fine condition. I did have a cleaning spray that was floating around in the bathroom, and I needed to put that away. But for the most part, the chemicals were set, and we're done with those. The second bin is where I keep rubber gloves and things for when I'm cleaning the shower, the scrubber brushes, extra garbage bags, extra paper towels, and Swiffer duster replacements. The third bin is Blake's CPAP stuff, as well as a blood pressure cuff, and I gave that a quick once over. It looked like there was no trash in there, and I don't know what Blake wants to do with any of that stuff, so I'm just gonna leave it and put it back. And I'm just taking the Swiffer dusters out of the box so I can throw away the big bulky package because they jam in there much better when they're not stuffed in a package. On the top shelf, I have a knee brace from when I fell down the stairs and busted my knee, so I'm gonna put that into a different bin. And then the two boxes at the top are just a replacement filter for my kids' air purifier and replacement toilet bowl cleaner scrubber head things, and that all stays up there perfect. So here's the before and after of this upper cabinet. Now I'm working on the bottom cabinet. In here I have bulky bathroom backstock things. I have my nail polish and face masks and a lot of beauty supply things on the top shelf. I also have my foot bath and foot soak stuff. That's all basically going to stay. I do use it on occasion. I kind of have like a project pan sort of thing going on where I'm not buying any more stuff that qualifies as beauty products or anything like that because honestly I don't use it very much. So it's going to take me years to even go through what's on this one shelf because I just truly don't do any kind of pampering or anything very often. So I was just looking for trash and anything that's out of place and just sort of tidied it up, but for the most part it's fine. The middle shelf has washcloths and hand towels as well as our travel toiletry bag, and I sorted through the toiletry bag and found some medicine in there that needed to be put away into the right location because apparently I never fully cleaned it out when we got back from our last vacation. And then the bottom shelf is backstock, so hand soap, toothpaste, toothbrush heads, shampoo, stuff that we buy in bulk for the bathroom. And so I'm kind of just tidying it up, making sure there's nothing in there that I don't use and won't use ever, and just sort of organizing it better. There was a few things I was able to get rid of, but for the most part it's all good. Also, I just want to point out that this is not a very deep cabinet. It's basically the same depth as a bookcase, so like less than 12 inches, like probably 10 inches deep. So I can't keep anything really big in here like bedding or bath towels. The hand towels are as much as can even fit on these shelves. So unfortunately the storage is not really good for anything other than basically what I have in here. Lastly, I am rolling up my cleaning cloths. These are like dusting cloths and things that I use for cleaning. Should these go in the upper cabinet? Yeah, probably, but it's also kind of full up there and I like them where they are. Don't ask questions. And I've just been getting lazy about just sort of throwing them in there. But I mean, does it really matter? They're dusting cloths. But you know, I just like the way it looks and it makes the before and after look nice. So here it is. Enjoy the before and after. All right, I feel about 1,000 times better with all of that clean and dealt with, but my laundry situation has been getting kind of out of control lately, and I find that when that's happening, it's because I have too many clothes. And I didn't used to think that that made any sense because I'm like, you still wear the same amount of clothes every day, so how does having less clothes help you with the amount of laundry you have to do? And technically it doesn't, because that does make sense. You're only wearing, 1 or 2 sets of clothes per day. What it does help with is such a huge amount of laundry piled up. So if you have less clothes, there comes a point where you just have to do the laundry because you are running out of clothes. When you have too many clothes, you can just keep wearing clean clothes over and over again. And then you get this like mountain of laundry that's built up that you have to do. So having less clothes forces you to do the laundry more frequently rather than have laundry mountain piled to the ceiling, if that makes sense. So it doesn't really help the amount of loads you have to do per week. It helps you keep on top of it a little bit better because like you'll literally run out of underwear, and that has happened to me. But it's good because it does keep you forced to do the laundry more frequently. I try to do a load of laundry every single day. And if I don't, it already feels like way too much with the kids' laundry and sports uniforms and stuff like that. Like they go through a lot of laundry. They also are in the habit of changing their clothes multiple times per day, which I'm like, why? Anyway, this isn't about the children's laundry right now. This isn't about their clothes necessarily. Thankfully, I do go through their clothes quite frequently because they grow out of stuff so quickly. Also, they get holes in things and I'm like throwing stuff away a lot because they're just rough little boys. That's kind of like its own natural progression. My stuff, I tend to just hold on to my clothes forever, even if they do have holes in them. I have been known to wear stuff with holes in them. In fact, I know I have one very ratty Rolling Stones t-shirt that I only wear to bed now, but it's like the most comfortable thing ever. It's literally disintegrating. I probably have to get rid of that one pretty soon. Maybe not today, but soon. A lot of my clothes are in the laundry right now. We're not gonna deal with those. Those things that are in the laundry, I know, are just my usual rotation things. And it's kind of good to have it like out of here right now because it's like, that's the stuff that I actually wear. The stuff that's left in here right now is probably the stuff that I don't really wear very often. So it should be pretty quick and easy to just dump a lot of this stuff. I have done a closet clean out before. If you haven't seen that on this channel, is a 2-part situation. I halved my clothing. I got rid of more than half of my clothes. I had a ton of old stuff. I mentioned in those videos, I'm not a clothing person. This is how I dress all the time. I'm not fashionable. I don't care. I want to be comfortable. I exercise a lot now, as you know, and I want to be able to bend down and move and squat and do things and pick things up. And I'm chasing after kids and I'm taking them to ball practices and I'm doing the school pickup drop off. My actual work, I work at home. I do a lot of shipping and I have to deal with packages and I'm moving lots of bins all the time. There's no need for me to dress up. And I'm thankful for that because I don't like to. My clothing just needs to be functional. I think even at first glance, looking at what I have saved the last time, most of that stuff I didn't even wear. I just kept it because it was like, well, I can't get rid of every single nice shirt that I have. What if I need a nice shirt? And I think I'm at the point now where I'm like, okay, realistically, the amount of nice clothes that I need is like 3. Maybe I need 3 nice shirts and that's it, because it's so rare when I have to like dress up or go out to dinner or something that we don't even go out to dinner. We don't do anything like that. So the casualness level of my life is very extreme. Again, thankful for that because I don't like dressing up. Putting on a dress makes me physically nauseous. So let's just put that out there. Like I really don't like getting dressed up. So I am going to be more willing to let some of that stuff go. T-shirts, I have a little bit too many of the t-shirts right now. So I'm going to be letting some of those go too that I kept last time, being like, oh, but I might want to wear this one. I also like buying new things. Sometimes a little bit. I feel like I have allowed myself to purchase some stuff since the last time I cleaned out my closet. I needed some more workout clothes, like especially for walking outside. I needed some more athletic wear type tank tops and stuff because like wearing t-shirts when I go for walks really, I don't like the way it feels. Like I get hot and sweaty and I keep like trying to roll my sleeves up and stuff. So bought some tank tops. I've bought some new t-shirts, I guess, maybe a few or a couple. I get a lot of like, I don't know, ironic tees, I guess. I don't know, band t-shirts, but I also get a lot of shirts from like other creators that I like and stuff like that. So we're going to have to weed out the t-shirts a little bit. Mostly it's just getting a little too cramped in there and my drawers are getting too cramped. The other thing that I definitely allowed myself to buy more of over this last year or two since the last time I did this was pajamas. If you watched that video last time, you know I said I basically go to sleep in the same stuff that I wore all day, like leggings and stuff. And I have broken that habit and I do change into actual, real, true pajamas now. So I did buy mostly like shorts pajamas. I think the reason I wasn't wearing pajamas a lot is because all of my pajamas were very, very warm, like for cold weather. And it's not that cold here. It's Southern California. It's not that cold. Plus, hello, perimenopause, night sweats. No, I can't be wearing long fleece things. So all that being said, let's dive in. I think this is actually going to be a really quick process. So let's see what we're working with here. All right, here's my initial first pass. We have a ton of empty hangers now. I think I'm being pretty ruthless. It is true what they say that the more you use the decluttering muscle, the easier it is. And I'm not coming at this from a position of, ooh, I might need that someday, or like the fear that I'm getting rid of just too many clothes. I think that's kind of where I was last time. Even though I was getting rid of half my clothes and I got rid of a ton of stuff, I still was being unrealistic about ever wearing the stuff that I was keeping. So I don't have that delusion at all anymore. And I'm also not afraid at this point to buy something for an occasion if I need to. I am pretty frugal when it comes to that kind of thing, but also kind of forcing myself to buy some new clothes lately. I'm like, okay, it's okay. It can be kind of fun. I mean, it's still really not fun for me to buy clothes. It's really not. But I think I was just sick of a lot of these things. So I wasn't wearing them because I just didn't like them anymore. And they were just old. And I mean, a lot of this stuff I got like when my kids were really little. It was for my like post baby body. Not to say that my body's in better shape necessarily now. Well, it is. I am more muscular now, but I'm just not comfortable in that stuff. I'm just not. And they aren't colors that I would wear. They're like a lot of pastels and I'm kind of wearing darker colors now. And I think colors are maybe a little better for my skin tone. And I don't know, my taste has just changed a little bit. So I've gone through a lot. I'm going to give this a second pass real quick. Those were just my quick, like, gut reaction, impulse pulls off the rack. Like, nope, don't want this, don't want this. But let's go through it one more time. We're just doing the top rack right now, but let's go through it one more time because I wasn't thinking too hard as I was doing that. Okay. All of these are my workout clothes. These are all good. These are all gonna stay. I even got rid of a couple of these that were just in lighter colors that I don't really wear. Sorry for the shadow, but yeah, I'm happy with all of that. This is where, see, I love the colors of these. I don't know. This one is like I'm keeping for sentimental value at this point. I guess 3 nice tank tops is not too bad. This one, honestly, I feel like I'm uncomfortable in. I'm gonna get rid of that one too. This one's relatively new. Yeah, I got it at a thrift store. I paid a couple bucks for it. I have worn it a couple times and I did like it. So I think I'll keep that for a little bit longer. This one, you know, I have worn this one in the last year or however long, but I think it's just getting old and it's not super great. This one too, honestly. Yeah, I think we get rid of this one also. Oh my gosh, I don't like any of my clothes. I think out of all of those, I like this one the most. So I'll keep it, but that'll probably get killed off in the next round. I got rid of, whoop. There it goes. These fall off constantly. I'm gonna keep those 2. I do wear those kind of a lot, like any kind of family party or anything. I tend to reach for that look with a tank top underneath. This I just bought. This I freaking love. This is more of the vibe I've been going for lately. Oh, it's coming off the rack. The eyeballs all over it. Okay, I gotta hang those back up. Oh God, everything's falling off. And these I do wear a lot. This one I have not worn all winter. I think I'm gonna let it go. And honestly, this poncho one too. I haven't worn this in a long time. All right, I got even more ruthless. Holy crap. Yeah, I definitely need some more clothes. Although I say that, I really don't. I don't need more clothes than this because down here, this is the stuff that I actually wear. So let's hang that stuff back up and then do the bottom half. As I hang this stuff up, I just want to point out that I know there are different types of hangers that exist, and some people swear by those velvet hangers. I happen to love the wooden hangers from IKEA. Yes, sometimes things fall off, mostly silky things that don't zip or button and are open in the front, like those little sheer cover-up things that kept sliding off. For the most part, as long as I don't mess with anything, nothing falls off. It was just kind of a problem as I was flipping through everything all of a sudden started chain reaction falling off. But that happens so rarely, it really doesn't bother me. And I just don't know what it is, but I hate the velvet hangers. I'm probably in the minority here. I don't like that you can fit so many into your closet. I know that's one of the benefits is you can fit so many more things in your closet because the hangers are so narrow. Well, I don't want that. I'm trying to be more minimal. I don't want to just hoard a bunch of clothes. So I like the thick wooden hangers because it kind of makes it more, I don't know, of a boutique experience inside of my closet. And I think it's just that it's so hard to take stuff off of the velvet hangers. As you saw, I like to just slide things right off of the hanger without even taking it out of my closet. So this works better for me. It really does. Occasionally something slips off the hanger and I have to hang it back up, but it's a small price to pay for pretty wooden hangers that aren't a weird gritty velvet texture that everything sticks to. There you go. There's my rant on hangers that nobody asked for. I hope you enjoyed. I know this looks really bare, maybe even a little minimalist to a lot of people, but I can honestly say, looking at this right now, that I truly like wearing every single thing that's in this closet at this point. There's nothing I feel like, ooh, I can't wear that. It's a little snug. Maybe I'll wait till I lose a few pounds. There's nothing that I feel the need to tug at or tuck or pin up or do anything weird to. Like every single thing in here, it's either workout clothes, which I'm comfortable in physically. That's the only requirement I have for those, or stuff I feel comfortable wearing. I understand the color palette is maybe a little monochromatic as well, but those are the colors that I like. Those are the things that I grab first when I am getting dressed. And I truly love every single thing that's hanging up in there right now, except for maybe that kind of olive green thing right there. But I wear it kind of often, so that's why I'm like, I don't know if I can let that one go yet, but I might buy something to replace it. I'll go to the thrift store, and if I find something to replace it, that'll actually be pretty easy to get rid of. It's kind of like a casual long sleeve, and I don't have any other casual long sleeves in there. So I think that's why I'm keeping it. But yeah, I'm actually really happy with this. I feel kind of like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. There's 19 pieces of clothing right there, and that's it. And a third of them or a quarter of them are workout shirts. I'm pretty satisfied with that. Let's do this bottom rack now, which is going to be a little more difficult. Those boxes aren't usually there. I am currently hiding birthday presents from my youngest. His birthday is tomorrow, so that's not going to be there forever. But for now, let's rapid fire these clothes. Okay, now I'm not going to say that this is all that's going to be in here because I do, like I said, have a lot of clothes in the wash. So a lot of those go down here. So this will get filled up a little more, but I can confidently say I don't need all of these hangers. I do not. Oh, and I didn't go through the jeans yet because realistically, I only need one pair of jeans because I never, ever, ever wear them. So I'm going to try all these on and I'm going to pick the one that I like the most. Oh, there's one down in the ground back there too. I'm going to keep only one pair of jeans. I've been wondering where this was. Okay, so I think that's good for now. And I really don't need all this. 2 pairs of shorts. I have other shorts in my dresser. These are just the nicer shorts, I guess. Like the other shorts I have are bike shorts, honestly. It's like athletic wear. So let's just get all the empties over here. I'm just trying to guesstimate how many shirts I will have in the laundry. Might be around there. It might be a little bit, couple more. Might be a few more than that. But we'll see. I will show you after the laundry's done. So that should be done before I am done editing this video. But here we are at this moment. And then here's this. Here's where we are with what we're getting rid of. Also back there, I have the donation pile started. So these I decided they're both things that I wear, but I'm going to keep them downstairs in our entry closet where I keep like the heavier coats and things that I don't wear very often. And they're more of something that I pack when I'm going somewhere that's really cold. I rarely wear these at home. This one I have a couple times when it got really cold this winter, but other than that, I very, very rarely wear those. But I think they're still just good to have. And we have some room downstairs in the entry closet. So that's that. I'm going to try on the jeans and then I will put the one that I'm keeping back in the closet and the rest will go into the donate pile. Here is the gigantic pile of hangers that I'm getting rid of. And on the floor here are all of the clothes that I no longer need. The only things I forgot to sort through were my dresses that were hanging up in the other side of the closet where Blake's things are. This is where I put my long pieces of clothing. So it's really just a handful of dresses. And as you can see, I'm letting go of quite a few of those as well. I've decided if I really need something fancy, I'm gonna end up buying something new anyway. So I have just my newest pieces in here and I'm getting rid of everything else. There are a few sentimental things and I've been meaning to get a garment bag to put them in just for storage. Eventually I'll do that. Here are my decluttered side drawers. I was able to consolidate my socks into 2 drawers so that now my Christmas items can fit in that bottom drawer and my other sweater is over on the other side. Underwear and bras are in the remaining side drawers and I'm not going to show you those, you pervs. 63 articles of clothing, 3 bags, well actually 2.5 bags because half a bag is my kids' clothes that I already had started. So 2.5 garbage bags filled with clothes, headed to the thrift store, 63 items out of my life forever. Not to mention the socks and underwear and bras that I threw straight into the trash. There was a handful of those as well. But you don't get to see that part because that would be weird. But trust me, they're in there. And I am 3 bags of clothes lighter in my life. And it feels great. No regrets. So here's the final before and afters of my gorgeous cleaned out closet. It actually looks like I have more stuff on the bottom, but it's because so many of my t-shirts were in the laundry. I really did get rid of a bunch of t-shirts, I swear. But yeah, I do have a lot, but it's what I mainly wear. Cleaning out my drawers made a huge difference. The top drawer was getting really hard to open. Also, I want to point out the top drawer is less deep than the other 2 drawers. That's why I only have half of my pajamas and my bathing suits in this top drawer. It's because it's the only stuff that fits up here. And for a long time, I didn't even have the shorts pajamas. So I just had stuff up here that I never used because this drawer was too hard to open. But now it's great. My thicker pajamas are down at the bottom still because really it's the only place they fit. That's the deepest drawer. In the middle is my workout clothes, my leggings, and basically the stuff that I wear every single day. That's why it looked so empty before I did the laundry. And that's it. That's the whole shebang. I hope you guys enjoyed this little bit of decluttering content. I feel so much better. Feels like my life is back on track, honestly, after getting rid of this stuff. So thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.